tonight, you send your kids into school hoping they would come home from a little bit of homework, right? That's not the case what happened before Thanksgiving. This student who was in Flower Bluff came home, got his hair cut by an ROTC instructor. What happened next would shock everyone after it happened. The facts are that he was an ROTC. He was absent from his last, I think it was his last 2 inspections. And then what happened was, so instructor was like, sit down, and then he was like, I don't want it. And he said, I just feel the people keep sending out ROTC. And then he messed up the haircut. So then minutes later, he texts his dad to pick him up. So then Channel 10, KZTV Channel 10, aired the interview after that incident. His dad makes some very good points. Like it's high school, not beauty school. Not a fashion show. I mean, ROTC is like military, like trying to teach people respect and stuff. And Kitty, no one got a phone call, note, letter, email, nothing. It's just shave off the head and you'll stay in ROTC. After that story aired, it blew up social media. Crystal Dominguez, the person who did the story, reached out to FBISD and provided a statement which said, like, in part, like, they're reviewing the evidence, they're reviewing the incident from ROTC. And then it blew up from a Facebook page called You Know You're From the Bluff. So what had happened was, after that story, it blew up social media. And seriously though, I mean, I was an ROTC since I was an LOTC, then I was an ROTC during my freshman year. That falls in the Texas Penal Code 22.01, which states in part about assault. It talks about assault. Like, it does say anything, the permission or the right to cut the hair off. No one gave them permission, just buzz cut, and then he got it fixed. FBISD said they were verbally told they would get a haircut in class if they didn't receive one before uniform inspection day. Most of the students who received a haircut in class either requested the haircut or parent permission was given. A few parents were not notified, District and campus administrators have spoken with the parents who were upset and issued apologies. But was it legal for the school to physically approach a student and cut his hair off, not without a license? It's illegal. It's illegal to drive without a license. It's illegal to they're reviewing the process and procedures of the NJROTC program and they continue to say that necessary adjustments will be made to ensure requirements of the program and policies of the campus are in alignment. After that story aired, it received a lot of attention on social media, and at the end of the day, the son's dad said it's not about his son's parents, it's about the school handling the situation and not qualified for it, putting their hands on his son. Gus from the from You Know You're From the Bluff made a really good point. I mean, that is assault. I just don't see it. If they don't want a haircut, you sign them out of the program. If they refuse to get a haircut, you call the parents. But no teacher should never, ever put their hands on a student. You never put your hands on a student. Never. No teacher, out of his or her goddamn mind, should put his or her hands on a student. Never. It can lead to disciplinary action, and if this case was taken to court, the school issued apologies. But that's not the case. You want to issue an apology so that they can do it again. But that's not the point. The point is that this family, the kids should be taking this case to court, sue the district, and say they should just apologize. I mean, they apologized. And these campus administrators spoken with the parents, they issued apologies. That's not going to work. Just apologize for something that happened which was not allowed. You gotta do more than that. But the question is it legal to cut hair? It's illegal. What that ROTC instructor has done, it's illegal. I'm very upset by this. Like, seriously, I'm really upset by this story. I would see this case taken to court. And that, and the ROTC instructor that did that should be facing disciplinary action. Look, I've been investigating the story ever since it was out, trying to figure out who had done it. I mean, I know some of the ROTC instructors. I'm not going to name names. I don't want them watching this show and then thinking I'm throwing them under the bus. No, I'm not doing that. But the fact of the matter is, you should not put your hands on a student. Never. By the way, guys, we got to say this is going to be an interactive gimme break investigation into teachers cutting off students' hairs. So what do you think about this story? So what do you think about this? Should the punishment fit the crime? So what do you guys think? Should the ROTC instructor have informed the parents, or should this case be taken to court? I wanted to tell you on the poll. You can comment down or look up at the poll on top of the annotations throughout the rest of the broadcast. All right, next another story that are coming up. A counselor shaved off the student's hair because it was gang related. The stepdad said that he would take care of it. But what happened next shocked everyone else. Find out what happened after the break. In case you just tuned in or decided to stick around, today it's an interactive Give Me a Break investigation in a teacher's cutting off people's hair without parent approval. Now, in the last segment, we focused in on the father of ISD, father of NJROTC instructor who cut off the student's hair without the parent approval. I asked you should this case be taken to court. You can still vote. You can still vote while you're watching or eating your popcorn. While you're voting, it doesn't really matter. So moving on to the next story. This next story happened back in 2014, where his stepdad owns a barbershop, gave him a special haircut for the Miami Heat's game. But what happened next? When he was at school, what happened next was it was inappropriate and it was gang related. Listen.
My reaction was, what happened and who did it?
On Wednesday, the sixth grader went to school with this haircut, which administrators say violates school policy. Danny's stepdad got a call from the school about the cut and says he couldn't pick up Danny right then, so he planned to fix it after school.
Our agreement was he would come to the barbershop after school, get his haircut, and that was it.
But that didn't happen. Instead, a counselor at the school shaved off Danny's design.
He took the clipper out and just shaved it off.
Since Danny's parents own a barbershop and know everything that goes into cutting hair, they say their biggest concern is the cleanliness of those clippers.
Where did the clippers come from? How sanitary were they? Who's used them before? When have they been?
Danny's mom says she agrees with the school's haircut policy, but doesn't agree with how they handled it.
They should have contacted me and said, you have to pick him up, not take it upon themselves to cut his hair.
I reached out to officials with Lee County School District, and they have a different story. They say Danny's stepdad agreed to the cut to keep Danny out of in-school suspension, but nonetheless admit it shouldn't have happened, saying, quote, the district acknowledges the actions taken by personnel were not appropriate.
I was really livid. I don't know out of what intention it was done. I just feel like it shouldn't have been done, period.
I reached back out to this.
I agree. First, they just cut the hair, and then they say, you know what? I mean, we have two sides to every story. The dad says that he would come by after school and, the dad says he would come by after school and, get that haircut. But the school says that he allowed them to shave. He allowed it to happen. He allowed for the counselor to shave off the head to keep him out of in-school suspension. If I was that kid, I would have just taken the in-school suspension and then go get that haircut. I want to be going the other route. That counselor, I mean, the school district said back in 2014 they would have to review the incident first. I mean, after that, they said they would switch schools. When none of this would happen. And this is not interactive, but I mean, His stepdad has a license, but the counselor does not have a license. It's illegal. That counselor should be arrested for cutting hair without a license. It's illegal to drive without a license. It's illegal to teach without a teacher's license. I mean, we don't need this happening. I mean, the school said it was gang related. I mean, what do you guys think? Should the council be fired for this? Comment down below. I want to hear your responses when we do our show update, which will be before Christmas. All right. And when we come back here, another haircut story. This one got the teacher arrested while she was singing the Star Spangled Banner. You won't believe what happens next as our interactive Gimme Break investigation continues. So don't go away. Welcome back to our interactive Gimme Break investigation into teachers cutting students' hairs without parent approval. This next story will be outrageous and it may shock you. No one got permission for this, but the teacher got arrested for child endangerment. Her name was Margaret Geisinger. This happened last year. But you see, I mean, it's the bizarre incident. I mean, he cuts the student's hair, and then say, who's next? And he cuts the girl's hair. She cuts the girl's hair, and then chaos happened. Chaos has happened all over the world, all over the classroom, I should say. I mean, she's had her teacher credentials suspended before, but I don't know what was the offense. After that video, she was arrested for child endangerment. After that video aired, Inside Edition spoke to her husband. He said this is beyond anything I could imagine her doing. I mean, she should get fired. What do you guys think? Should she get fired for cutting? Should she get fired for child endangerment or teaching handles withdrawn? Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think right now. We'll have the results for you on an update show before Christmas. Alright. This next story involves for Sumworth. This Sumworth teacher who cut hair resigns. I mean, this was back then. This middle school teacher was accused of cutting a student's hair during a recent classroom incident. She was resigned by the district superintendent confirmed Wednesday. Dr. Bob also confirmed his district had completed its investigation of the incident, but they declined to disclose dates for the resignation. But this teacher allegedly cut 3 inches of a 13-year-old female student's hair after she didn't comply with his request to stop playing with her hair. I mean, as of right now, to this incident, she had resigned. Do you think it was right? I want you to tell me right now. Did the punishment fit the crime? I want you to tell me right now. Because I plan on speaking with the superintendent about this. And with the school district. Teacher was out for a few days due to the district's investigation. The student was moved to a new classroom given a new advisor, which is why the student's family came forward to call for teacher removal. That's child endangerment. She should not have been fired for child endangerment. She should have not been brought back. She should have been fired. Not suspended, not under investigation. The investigation concluded that she was just doing what she was supposed to do, then fine. Like, that's if this interactive investigation. And on an update show, I want you guys to comment right now and tell me what you think of these topics. Did you think the punishment fit the crime? Did you think the teacher should be fired? Or do you think that I don't know. Just comment what you think on these stories, on these topics, and we'll do an update show. Probably, we'll do an update show 2 weeks from Friday. Not this Friday or next Friday, but the Friday after the 13th. So look for an update show December 20th. 5 days before Christmas. That's it for now. I will see you guys on Wednesday for a brand new edition of Give Me a Break with lots of topics that I know you definitely want to hear. Have a good night.